Hi everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Richard Crampton. I work for Atlassian as a senior IT service management solution engineer. And I have the great privilege of half an hour of your time today to discuss some of the challenges and opportunities in adopting artificial intelligence. So let's get started. In terms of agenda, I'd like to start, if that's all right, with a bit of background and history around AI. From here, we'll move on to some of the challenges facing everyone adopting AI, before moving forward with the opportunities that AI can present. Lastly, I'd like to summarize some thoughts about AI, and then we'll leave time around 5 minutes or so for any Q&A at the end. So hopefully that all works for everyone as an agenda. So let's start with the background. AI has been around in various forms for a number of years now, but the capability and adoption has really grown exponentially in the last 2 to 3 years. But let's take a step back. So, as we noted, AI is not new. This is a headline from the New York Times in 2018, noting that AI tiptoes into the workplace. Now, we're now much further on with AI adoption than 2018, and it's making fundamental changes to the way that we work and collaborate together. Indeed, at Atlassian, we truly believe that AI is changing the fabric of teamwork itself. So whether you're working in a dev team, building the next amazing product, working in a marketing team, creating a very unique campaign, or as a service agent supporting customers, you will be partnering with AI in order to succeed. So we strongly believe that the winning teams of the future will consist of human teammates supplemented by AI teammates. And through this major shift in teamwork, Atlassian will be here to help welcome AI into your business. So I've got an interesting statistic. We did a survey called The State of AI in Service Management, facilitated by CITE Research, and it took in responses from around 500 professionals in August of this year. Now, this survey found a remarkable 88% of organizations are already leveraging AI in some capacity or other. Furthermore, the top motivators for this investment and adoption were: 1, using AI to fuel data-driven decisions at 80%. This isn't actually all that surprising if we look at other studies, such as an IDC study that found that 75% of execs, VPs, and directors are investing in decision intelligence initiatives. Second place was boosting workplace efficiency. 78% of respondents said they were really interested in AI for this. And then third, it was AI being the champion for customer satisfaction at 64%. Now, these findings align with broader trends observed in recent studies. For instance, a global benchmark study on generative AI found that while enthusiasm remains really, really high, many organizations are now taking a more measured approach to implementation in 2024. Only 63% of companies are planning to increase AI spending this year and next year, compared to 93% in 2023. That's as they grapple with the rising implementation costs, data security concerns, and challenges in moving projects beyond the initial pilot stages. And organizations also leveraging a diverse set of KPIs, or key performance indicators, to measure the success of AI implementations. And customer satisfaction, or CSAT, leads the pack. 42% of organizations using it as their primary metric. For me, that underscores the critical role that AI is playing in enhancing the customer experience. There's also a strong focus on operational improvements, such as cost, again with 42% using operational cost savings as a measurement of success of their initiatives. 1% less to 41%, organizations have a KPI of how accurate the AI data model is and its overall performance. And lastly, time savings with 36%, focus on the time being saved by AI-driven efficiencies. Now, these figures highlight a balanced approach, valuing both financial outcomes and the quality of AI-driven processes. Now, some organizations also have AI-specific KPIs, with 20% of them monitoring AI adoption rates within service management processes, showcasing a commitment to measuring the penetration of the AI technologies they're introducing. It's also worth noting that only 3% of organizations report not tracking the success of their AI implementations. This near universal commitment to measurement demonstrates the strategic importance of AI initiatives and data-driven approaches to evaluating the impact. And the variety of KPIs being used reflects the multifaceted nature of AI's impact on service delivery, spanning customer satisfaction, operational efficiency, and technological advancement. This comprehensive approach to measurement suggests organizations are taking a holistic view of AI's value proposition. Next, let's have a look at some of the deeper challenges of adopting AI in your organization. So again, going back to the survey, data security remains a key consideration. 72% of respondents in our survey have worries about the security of AI tools, highlighting the need for robust security measures as AI adoption increases. Skills is also a concern. 32% of respondents noted concerns regarding skills and talent shortages in their business, affecting both the implementation of AI, but also the value delivered as an outcome. Aligned to this concern, almost half the respondents are planning investments into training and upskilling initiatives around AI for their core business. It's also worth looking at the different stages of AI utilization and the maturity reserve from our survey. So we said 88% of organizations are using AI in some degree, which means 12% aren't using AI at all. But of the rest, 23% are at the understanding stage, learning how AI works, exploring the use cases they think will be valuable for their business. 20%, or a fifth, are at the piloting stage, running in a limited number of projects with specific use cases to demonstrate feasibility and the potential ROI. At 17 are at scaling, expanding their AI pilots to broader areas in the organization or exploring additional use cases. And 29% are optimizing, continuously optimizing their AI models, algorithms, and/or processes based on performance metrics and feedback. So while 29%, the largest group, is optimizing their AI usage, having built out their maturity, 71% are still in the earlier stages of adoption. It's also quite interesting that of that 29%, most of those come from organizations with fewer than 5,000 people, which demonstrates that agility is real key to time to value where AI is concerned. One final note on this is that budgetary constraints was considered a challenge for 31% of respondents, suggesting that while the potential for AI is recognized, securing the necessary financial resources remains a significant barrier for many. Doubling back to data security, let's discuss how you keep your data safe in an AI world. So I'm going to do it from the perspective of us as Atlassian. Firstly, we build all our technology, including the Teamwork Graph, Atlassian Intelligence, and Rovo, in line with our responsible tech principles, which we publish online for everyone to see. Secondly, we look to make sure that everything respects the enterprise-grade permissions of the source content. We tailor every answer to every user in real time, always honoring their level of access. And thirdly, we continue to work towards meeting compliance standards that you need. Rovo will be compliant with ISO and SOC 3 before the end of the year, and we've also joined the EU AI Pact with fellow industry leaders to stay ahead of the upcoming regulations. Now, the fact remains that AI is driven by data, and great AI needs great data. But in my mind, there's actually three different areas of focus for this. One is the quality of the data. Now, I'm sure many of you are aware of the very old catchphrase, rubbish in, rubbish out, or some of its more colourful derivatives. If you feed AI bad or incorrect data, it can, albeit very, very efficiently, produce incorrect outputs. But the second I want to think about is the scope and the reach of AI into the data. So the ability of AI to take detailed, correlated data as an input to allow deeper, more thoughtful analysis. We'll come back to that pun. And third is the actual outcome. Even with the correct scope and the quality of data, 70% of the participants in our study were worried about the quality of data emerging as an output from AI tools. This does suggest that organizations are grappling with ensuring the accuracy and reliability of AI-generated outputs. Now, at Atlassian, we have put a specific focus on that scope element, providing what we call the Teamwork Graph under our System of Work initiative. So the Teamwork Graph connects all of our tools and all the underlying key elements within these tools into a chain that can be fully accessible by Atlassian intelligence. But what does that mean? So to illustrate the power of the teamwork graph, let's just walk through an example. Using a typical AI tool, we ask for updates that our team has made while we've been away on vacation and how this might impact our upcoming campaign. So the AI tool can request the context and gets data sources for the user, their work, and the team. The output is a response to inform the user the team finished the sprint, completed the epic, and closed 3 bugs. Useful, but not providing any real insight into the impact we might have in our upcoming campaign, which was what the key thing we were looking for in our question. So let's look at exactly the same thing now, but with Atlassian intelligence powered by a teamwork graph. The prompt is the same, but the context is much deeper and richer, providing visibility into milestones, specifications, decisions, and research, in addition to the user, team, and work attributes. This time, the output is much more detailed, providing insight into a decision to exclude a persona, noting the ship date was moved and that research validated a specific feature as the strongest value proposition. Now, AI comes in various forms, from distinct standalone tools to agents to functions embedded within a product. So it is worth considering if you consider AI the product itself or a feature of the product. Atlassian Intelligence is an experience within our cloud platform, so it's native to the product, and we do believe that this can be significant in terms of accessibility of the underlying interconnected data. We also believe that AI will succeed when it's baked into the product to enable advanced experiences and outcomes rather than AI as a separate product. So, having viewed some of the challenges in adopting AI, let's have a more detailed look at some of the opportunities. Now, the Atlassian survey results reveal a strong appetite for leveraging AI in service management to drive innovation and gain competitive advantage. Process automation and optimization emerges as the forerunner, with an impressive 80%, 87% even, of respondents expressing interest. This high level of interest underscores the widespread recognition of AI's potential to streamline operations and boost efficiency. Hot on its heels, repetitive task automation garners interest from 86% of the respondents to the survey. This strong showing highlights the growing desire to free up human resources for more complex, value-added activities. And AI-driven analytics for actionable insights also command significant attention, with 85% of responders showing interest. This enthusiasm reflects the increasing recognition of AI's power to turn data into strategic business intelligence. So I'd like to introduce, some of you may be aware of this, these are the ITIL scales for value, which is a helpful tool for looking at the wider business case for adoption of AI. Now let's work through this using an example of someone looking holistically at the business case for AI in the service management context. So on the right-hand side, we have the supported outcomes. That could be better search capabilities, better customer-centric language, and the cost removed. Much less cost to find data if you're not relying on a human to go and find it and you're providing it all in context. And risk removed. Maybe we can confirm the correct procedures have been followed by an agent using AI. But we've got to balance that with the left-hand side. So what are effective outcomes? Well, some customers may prefer to have conversations with humans rather than AI. They might distrust AI. Cost introduced, there's always going to be cost to implement and maintain AI and monitor it. And the risk is introduced. We've already seen there's major concerns about data exposure and how to limit that. So it's all about making sure you are balancing this correctly to understand where you're going to get value, what that investment is, and what the potential trade-offs for that are. It's also worth noting at this stage, there is a difference in terms of valuable outcomes between efficiency gains and productivity gains. Efficiency is the ability to achieve an outcome with less resources than previously. Productivity is the ability to achieve more outcomes or better outcomes with the same resources as previously. Now, a specific gain can deliver value across both, but the outcome tends to favor one over the other. Let's have a look at some examples. So let's take the example of a support agent experience. An efficiency gain could be the ability for AI to highlight similar historical incidents and suggest ticket resolutions. On productivity, it could be the ability to automatically analyze the sentiment of the customer and draft empathetic comments. For an end user experience, efficiency gain could be using a virtual assistant to find knowledge and self-help. For productivity, it could be full self-service, delivering these services with no human interaction. And for the level 2, level 3 support teams, an efficiency gain could be quickly generating drafts of post-incident reviews, and a productivity gain might be reducing the noise by grouping your alerts together using AI. Productivity gains means you're delivering more with the same resources, while efficiency gains means you're further freeing up the time for your agents to better focus on those value-creating activities. So we discussed some high-level use cases and adoption of AI, as well as discussed balancing the opportunities with risks and costs. We also briefly delved into the differences between efficiency and productivity. Next, I would like to introduce 4 different roles that AI can play. So we have AI as the enforcer. AI could enforce policies and procedures, and this works very well when situations and appropriate responses are clearly defined. AI can enforce the response, so automatically opening or updating a ticket, highlighting the relevant knowledge-based article, or an example, confirming the agent has followed the proper procedure. That's enforcement. We also have AI as the enabler, enabling quicker outcomes, and works when situations require some investigation and analysis. So AI can enable the response, finding similar incidents, suggesting knowledge-based articles. It could also be a champion to empower collaboration in the business, and this works when situations and responses need to be fluid or fast-changing. AI can enhance the response, maybe automatically drafting a knowledge-based article, listing action items for meeting minutes, etc. And AI can also enhance user journeys. So knowledge workers want polished interfaces and experience. AI can enhance that interaction, offering help as a virtual agent or making information easily accessible to agents. Now, each of these 4 roles do not exist in isolation, but they rather overlap each other. Nonetheless, each delivers an advancement in a specific area. So enforcement improves your compliance. Enablement increases efficiency. Enhancement improves employee satisfaction, while empowerment promotes collaboration and productivity. So let's talk about this for a real customer, and forgive me if I pronounce their name wrong. It's Elkdrop. They had a specific challenge with the number of tickets they were getting in. So in the first 8 months, they had 80,000 support tickets, of which 62,000 were raised directly by end users. So around 350 tickets a day and 100 core IT staff. They needed to drive both productivity and efficiency gains in order to deliver a great customer experience. And I'm pleased to say they're still advancing on that now, using new features of AI to help move this forward, drive both efficiency and productivity. And this was not an isolated case. Forrester recently interviewed a set of Atlassian customers and found that they could resolve 30% of all their tickets through Jira Service Management Virtual Service Agent alone. And these end users save 25 minutes per request thanks to their experience. So I'd like to ask you, like all of you, just have a think. What would 30% of all your IT requests being deflected mean for your organization? What would be that cost saving? What other value-add activities could your teams be investing their time in? Finally, I want to put together some overall thoughts on AI adoption. So I find frameworks can be incredibly helpful to provide structure and governance. And personally, I find myself increasingly drawn towards ITIL, which is IT Information Library, as a framework for IT service management. And the application of the guiding principles of this framework are also increasingly relevant for AI adoption. So the first is focus on value. Focus on what the desired outcomes of the AI initiative are, what it will enable, what will be the overall value. And please note, value is subjective. It will not be the same for a CIO versus CFO. Second, start where you are. It can be really difficult to start using AI, and we've seen on the maturity it takes time, especially so if you may be concerned with the quality of your current data. But you can't analyze it without testing. So this could be spinning up a new test instance, a sandbox, doing some experimentation, starting with that data feedback to understand where you are today. Thirdly, progress iteratively with feedback. Very much an agile approach, right? We've seen almost all organizations are measuring the success of AI initiatives, and our measurements are absolutely essential, but also an agile mindset and the ability to make small changes, small iterations, and test quickly is key. It is no coincidence that the most mature organizations are those most able to embrace this agile mindset. It's already part of their culture. Collaborate and promote visibility. Democratize AI and promote and evangelize the successes to excite and motivate others. Think and work holistically. Think about all aspects. It's not just about the technology, but the people, the mindset, and the skills required for success. Keep it simple and practical. Don't overcomplicate it, especially at the start. Avoid bloating your AI initiatives with all the cool things it could do and focus on what means most in getting that out the door. And last, and this could have been written specifically for AI, optimize and automate, right? Think about how AI can fully or partially automate processes, but also optimize others. There are so many different use cases, and AI is absolutely key in driving this one forwards. So I'll finish with some thoughts. While AI is exciting, it hasn't been significantly intuitive for teams to adopt without further skill development. And organizations clearly see the need for training teams on various AI capabilities, emphasizing the importance of improving AI literacy throughout the workplace. This focus on upskilling indicates a maturing approach to AI adoption, recognizing that technology alone is not enough. The human element is absolutely critical for successful implementation and utilization. And in their I&O organizational strategy research, Gartner recommends that leaders tasked with implementing AI solutions develop a plan for involving people and addressing their concerns during AI adoption. At the same time, organizations are approaching AI adoption with a more pragmatic mindset. Having historically overspent on service management solutions, there's a clear emphasis on understanding the business case and ROI for AI. Research shows companies are entering this new era with their eyes wide open regarding the challenges of AI implementations, from data privacy concerns to integration complexities. And as we look ahead, the integration of AI in service management is poised to accelerate, driven by an ongoing push for digital transformation and a need for organizations to remain competitive in an uncertain global economy. We anticipate rapid advancements in predictive capabilities, personalization at scale, and the convergence of AI with other emerging technologies. Yet the path forward isn't solely about technological implementations. Successful AI adoptions require a holistic approach, addressing challenges such as responsible adoption, regulatory compliance, and the need for new skills and cultural shifts within organizations. At Atlassian, we believe the future of service management lies in the thoughtful integration of AI with human expertise. While AI will automate many tasks and provide valuable insights, human judgment, creativity, and empathy will remain essential. The organizations that succeed will be those that find the right balance, using AI to augment and empower the workforce rather than replace it. And Atlassian's vision extends beyond individual team capabilities. We do see AI as a catalyst for accelerating connections across research and development, IT operations, customer service, HR, and business teams. This interconnected approach aligns with our focus on teamwork. As more service work becomes automated, we are committed to figuring out how to best place the team in the loop, ensuring that AI enhances rather than replaces human collaboration. And by democratizing access to AI tools and knowledge, organizations can empower their teams to innovate, problem solve, and deliver better services. This approach not only emphasizes the overall capabilities of the organization, but also fosters a culture of continual learning and adaptation. Now, as we navigate this transformative era, the potential for AI to revolutionize service management is immense. It offers the promise of not just improved efficiency, but a fundamental reimagining of service delivery, creating new value for customers and driving innovation across organizations. And we encourage all organizations to approach AI adoption in service management with both enthusiasm and careful consideration, keeping in mind the ultimate goal is to enhance human capabilities and deliver exceptional service experiences. The journey ahead is exciting, and with thoughtful implementation, the benefits of AI in service management are bound to be transformative. So in this session, we've covered the background in AI, from tiptoeing to the workplace to being leveraged by 88% of organizations in the service management domain, the challenges from security to skills required, from trust to data to the question of what AI actually is itself, and the opportunities, process and task automation, AI-driven insights, and balancing the investment by understanding the bigger picture. And provided some thoughts on how to successfully navigate this domain, as well as some insight into what the future might hold. Now, I really want to thank you all for your time today.
Thank you, Richard. Yeah.